My name's Mike Davis. I'm an IT consultant, and in 1978, when I was at university, some of my friends and myself, we went on a camping trip to a place called Sgrechen Woods in North Wales, and I must admit, it changed my life forever. I went to the place not really being a believer in the paranormal, and I came away knowing that evil's real and it exists. I must admit, when we first arrived at the campsite, it didn't feel right. I'm not saying sort of it felt evil. There was just something wrong about it. Something wrong. It was like almost as if it was outside time itself. You know, sort of like Joel joked about the fact that he said it was like, because we were in the woods, it felt like we were back in like 1467 or something like that. It just had something. And I remember you couldn't hear birds. You couldn't hear birds, and obviously no aeroplanes and stuff. And literally, there was just something wrong about it. Something that just, I guess it was sort of anticipating what was happening, but I just felt as though instead of being this sort of, happy-go-lucky person, I was somebody that was just about to encounter something which was going to change me. We're travelling through these woods. We come to a small village, and literally, it's like a sort of chocolate box village. I mean, incredible, sort of tumble-down houses and all that sort of thing. But what's really strange about it is that I remember passing this one house, and the gate itself was the gate posts were capped with like what appeared to be cast iron foxes' heads. Incredible. And then as we drove to the edge of the village, where you'd normally see like a war memorial or sort of like a sort of Christian crucifix, was this very strange statue of what appeared to be a fox, literally with its arms or paws, whatever they call it, stretched out in sort of like a Christ-like pose. I must admit, it freaked me out. I said to the boys, did you see that? And they said they didn't see it, but I know what I saw. And I've been back subsequently, and it wasn't there. We then pull up in this amazing little clearing in the woods. I mean, it was bizarre. Perfect circle in the woods, little road in, just enough room for our 3 tents. We set up the tents, and I must admit, I had no problem sleeping. The problem was that while I was asleep, I had the worst nightmare I've ever had in my life. As I said, I woke up from this dream. I was totally terrified. I couldn't breathe. I could still taste what was like fox fur in my mouth. So I stumble out of my tent. I go to Matt's tent, and then I saw Matt's tent, as I told you earlier, and it was all sort of like ripped and torn. There was like what appeared to be like knives or claws or something had sort of gone through his tent. But worst of all, there appeared to be blood. Okay, and I don't know if that was Matt's blood or some animal, and I don't think we have wolves or anything in Wales. The tent was open, but worse than that, the tent itself seemed to have been like damaged, like it had been attacked. There were like rips on it, like someone with a knife or something with claws had attacked it, and then we saw what appeared to be blood. We're not sure if it was Matt's blood or it was somebody else's or an animal blood, but then I'd woken Joel up by then, and Joel then said, we've got to go look for him, we've got to find him. So basically at 4 in the morning, in the middle of this supposedly haunted Welsh woods, we go off to look for our missing friend. And then it was Joel who actually said that he had a video camera with us, with him with night vision. So this is the actual camera, and we actually recorded thing, just basically to more to see where we were going. We were using the night vision setting, looking around, and I don't know if you've ever walked through a woods in the night using night vision, but it was pretty scary. And then we started to see things. Literally, behind some of the trees were figures. Tall figures like men, but with like foxes' heads.